So in your career, you have so many moments that you collect as a coach that are really amazing. Where would you rank yesterday's win over LSU?
I don't know. I mean, it was a great win. The funny thing is that we expected to win, and so I recognize that it's a big win. I recognize that they were the national champ and they were number one and all that. But for us, it's a little bit, I don't know. It's less and less exciting maybe than it is to the world, just because we expected to win. So I don't know. I mean, beating Stanford when they were number one was great. We've had some big ones, and that'd be a big one, I reckon.
How do you feel like the team's feeling today? I know you guys are tired from traveling, but where's everyone's head at?
Focused on Lemoyne. So we are very tired just from the travel and long late night and early rise and all of that. So I think we'll spend the rest of the evening studying the scout and getting good rest.
What did that preparation look like going into LSU scouting report? Were there certain girls that you wanted to guard really well, or what was the game plan?
Yeah, we scout every single opponent exactly the same way, including exhibition games, and LSU was no different. It was very detailed. It talked about strengths and weaknesses of each individual player. We knew how we wanted to guard different actions. We knew that there were a couple very primary factors like boxing out and being disciplined in that, transition offense, things like that. And so I think our team does a great job of prioritizing the scout, and so they knew what we needed to do to be successful.
You had 3 20-plus point games from Vonleh, Foreman, and Sherrod. How great was that to see them really step up in such a big moment?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, not unexpected at all, just because those are 3 very veteran, young ladies that you talked about. They're great in big games. They love big games. And the best thing about our team is no one really cares who scores or who rebounds. They just want us to get the job done and get the win.
What was it like meeting Shaq after the game? Candace came into the locker room. What was that like?
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, I grew up, Shaq's one of my favorite all-time players, so I was very excited, for him to be there, and even better for him to recognize Aaronette the way he did. Was really special, because she's a very special player, and it's neat to have that recognition.
What was working for you guys defensively? I saw a lot of zone during that game, but second half, what did it take to shut down their offense?
I mean, the zone was great because it was just a different look. It provided something that, for a new team like LSU, new in that they have a lot of new players playing, just a different look, and so you don't have a ton of experience together. You want to try to keep people on their toes and have them, force them to think the game, which is hard to do when you're with a new group of people.
I don't know if you talked to Kim Mulkey at all after the game. Did you say anything about the team, what you guys have done? Any congrats?
She was very congratulatory, very respectful, very just congratulatory. She said you have a great team and love how they play and things like that, and just wished us the best of luck.
What did this game mean for the program just moving forward?
I mean, it's another step in where we're trying to go. We're trying to compete for a championship, and knowing that we can compete with some of the best teams in the country is always really important.
Does that feel more tangible now than before?
I don't think it really changes anything for us. I think the outside world will see it differently than we do, but we always believe we're capable of that. So it's kind of reiterates that maybe.
Coach, hi, Sean Key.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Don't want to interrupt Nikki.
No, that's okay.
A private conversation. How much sleep does one get when one knocks off number one? And how's a night like you had last night?
Well, I had my 3 young children with me the whole trip, so I actually sleep very well, win or lose. My husband, our associate head coach, does not ever sleep, so win or lose. And but yeah, no, we just were happy. We just really very quickly turned to the next scout and spent most of the night watching Lemoyne film.
How much texts and things on your phone?
Lots of text messages.
I would imagine with that, as modest you guys have been about as much as you expected, it probably was like 300. Was it something stupid?
Yeah, it was definitely a couple hundred. And I didn't even get on social media last night, so the messages there were also a lot. But really wonderful, like old friends, colleagues, players that we've coached in the past, players that we recruited but never got to coach, that went to other schools but still remained connected, and that was really cool. But yeah, it's neat to see people recognize the journey that we've been on, to build a program from the bottom to be in a place where we can compete like we are is really great.
Women's basketball, this has been a multi-generational team and a program nationally. But what does something like that, just that singular moment, do nationally? Like somebody in Peoria or pick your town, San Jose, who doesn't know who you are, turned in for whatever reason and
Yeah.
just became blue. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah,
is that the kind
totally.
of thing that changes that?
Yeah, it definitely adds recognition. You know, Coach Prime has brought a lot of recognition to the university and the athletic department. I think for a lot of people, we've already established that we're a very good basketball program, but to compete at that level on that stage and that spotlight speaks to some people that don't know, you know, that we're a really good team. They go, oh, wow, they're really good. And then they start to look and go, oh, wow, they've been really good.
Yep.
And kind of see some of the things that we've done. So that's really great for our recruiting and things like that.
It's pretty hard to top, you know, Shaq and Candace and the VIPs on site. Have you heard from anybody else that you're like, oh my, you know?
Well, Coach
mean,
Prime
did-
sent me a congratulatory text. Tad Boyle, you know, all of our local great celebrities.
You go back to Coach Prime, I presume. You texted him back.
Oh yeah, of course, and Tad. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
both so
yeah.
supportive and wonderful.
I don't know
So
if, like, you know, Kamala Harris texted you or something.
No,
You know what I mean?
Kamala-
Like somebody,
no.
like, you know.
no, nobody else.
You know,
I think that was it.
Taylor Swift reached out. You know, everything is on the table now. The
Yeah.
Rock hangs out here. You know, it decided that's what happens now.
Yeah, no kidding. That's great.
Good.
We good?
Oh, good.
All right.
Thanks,
Thanks,
guys.
Coach.